Okay, I think we are live. I think. Yep. I'm live and waiting for the first person to come in. Aha. Demon's Wrath, how you doing? You are the first one in here, I think. John Miller, Mike Stenger, how you doing? Timbo, hi. Oh my god, there's a whole bunch of you. West Ham, Nexa, how you doing, folks? I was looking down below and it says 0 watching, and all of a sudden you all pop up on screen. Hey Chris, how you doing? Sir Ben David. Should that not be Sir Ben David? Or is it Snurban? I don't know. Nikos, Cindy, Billy, Graham, AMT, how you doing? Sadiq, hi. Carolyn, good to see you. S. Durham, Moses, good evening. I'm doing just good. Just great, because I've got my, well, I haven't got Sierra Mist, what I normally have, but I've got something here. Yeah, I certainly had a haircut, John, you betcha. I just went ahead and shaved the lot off. I'd had enough of it, like I normally do. Sorry, this light in the background is kind of flickering on me. It's because the camera is trying to expose for me and the background, and it's making it blink. Hi Warren, Jason, Dale, good to see you. Thomas, how you doing? I'll try and sit a little closer, then that way hopefully this thing won't try and keep on exposing. Let's have a look. Got the ultimate cheesecake ice cream and all day vape steeping at the moment. Can't wait to try them out. Yeah, they're good. Love the cheesecake ice cream. I've actually got a bottle of it next to me, which I was hitting earlier. RQI, hey. Billy, you're looking for a pretzel flavor. First of all, you're going to need some saline, or saline, however you say it in the States. And that's something I don't have any experience with. So I apologize there, but the first thing you'll need to look up is using saline in juices, because you're going to need that saltiness in there. But I'm not quite sure how much to put in or anything, so I've not used it. Well, of course, the birthday cake is good. You mean the one happy birthday? Will DIY juice taste good on sub-ohm tanks? You bet it will, John. That's what I got right here. I use a tank probably more than I use a dripper, except when I'm at home, then I drip. Hi Andy. Doing strawberry laces again. Jason, I've actually got version 2 of that as well, which I done. I done like the version 1, tasted it, and then thought I'm gonna do a version 2. So I done a version 2. I've not tasted it yet. It's in the drawer. I've seen it earlier, but I've not done a taste test on it. Got my first batch of DIY stuff in the day, waiting on my Flavor Bar and Tasters kit. Now, you create a monster. Yeah, I know how you feel, Cindy. The thing is, once you start, then you'll see what a monster is. Because once you start making stuff, even if it doesn't turn out like you planned it to, it's still so much fun doing it. Obviously, follow a recipe for a first couple, and make sure you've got something to vape. Then after that, just go wild on it, have some fun. At DIY, how long does Capella's vanilla bean ice cream take? before it stops tasting shit. I never have a problem. You getting a peppery taste from it, Thomas? Because I hear a lot of people complain about a peppery taste with that one and the TFA, but I don't get them. But for it to steep properly, to answer your question, I find that one's 3 weeks. Then it really comes into its own. It kind of really mellows out. It tastes okay after 2 weeks, but it does something. The texture and the feel in your mouth is completely different after a few weeks. After 3 weeks. No, it's not the TFV12 AMT. I was talking to my brother online earlier on Skype, and I said to him about the TFV12, and I said once they bring the RBA section out for it, I will probably buy it. I'm sorry for all this. Sorry for this light business here. It keeps on flickering all the time. Oh, that's so annoying. What did I do last time to stop that? Did I just sit back a little bit? That's probably going to help. Let's have a look. Okay, Whack. Oh, am I saying it right? Wackus Hussein. I know I've got the Hussein part right. Nicotine. I've heard that PG is best. I've only ever got VG because I like max VG. I like as much VG as I can get. But I've heard PG is better. It's supposed to last longer, store better, and I'd imagine keeping it, well, not imagine, it would be easier keeping it mixed and suspended in the actual juice, whereas VG, it tends to either float or sink, whatever it does, it separates. You've got to shake it a lot to get it mixed up. So I may try some next. I may go ahead and try some PG nicotines. I only use very small amounts, so I don't think it would really hurt my juice enough to worry about it. So look, either way, I've been following you for a while now, just not got your live channel. Okay, cool. John, you just started but finding the flavor weak. Will a steep make it stronger? No, John, it's going to make it weaker. It will actually mellow out. I find with like strawberry flavors, like when I make the strawberry vanilla bean ice cream, I've got a shitload of strawberry in there. You know, it's like 10, 11, 12% in there. It's because after the steep time to get the vanilla bean ice cream where it needs to be, the strawberry has fallen off so much. It's just and there's certain things you can do to try and bring it out a little bit, but I find none of them really work that well. Strawberry to me is great as a shake and vape, but it's in the mix. You can taste it, but it's just not. If you taste it like 2 days after you've made it, you get the strawberry, but obviously the cream hasn't developed yet. So it's, yeah, just with the weak stuff. As for it being weak, there's some flavors, if you bump them up too much, they're just going to taste like alcohol, and they'll ruin the rest of everything. But the best thing you can do is go ahead and type your favorite. Just make sure you put at DIY Vapor, but type in your favorite recipe or your favorite juice. Just say it's a strawberry milkshake or something. Just type it in there for me and tell me kind of what flavors you've been using, and I'll try and give you a recipe which would be a little bit more than I would normally use, but not out of the ballpark kind of thing. Chris B said, "What's up? Glad to have you back." I'm glad to be here, folks. I am a little tired. Been out fishing all day in the wind and the cold, and it's kind of made me real tired. I didn't really feel like doing the feed, but I'm here. It may not go on our usual 3 or 4 hours. You know, I might do an hour and a half, 2 hours or something. But I am very tired. But it's still great to be here. Oh, and folks, if you're asking me questions, type at DIY Vapor. When you put at and you put the D in there, my name should come up where you can just click it. But if you want to ask me something directly, or you want to say something to me, just put at DIY Vapor. Fanger, how you doing, bitch? has a chemically yeasty flavor that cuts through anything after only 1 week steep. I don't get that. I don't get that time. But I think I kind of know what you mean though. Um, the steep on that needs 3 weeks, and I know kind of what you mean. If you do my ultimate cheesecake, if you try it after a week, it's going to be too strong and it's not going to taste right. You'll try it and you're like, what the hell is this guy on? Give it at least 2 weeks and let it go into the third week is for best, and it will, trust me, it will mellow, and then the creams really come into their own. What did I catch? A cold, I think, Graham. I I was trying for carp. I lost a decent sized one, you know, the fisherman's tail, or you know, the one that got away. But I caught one about 7 or 8 pounds, and the rest were all catfish. Catfish just plagued me today. They wouldn't leave me alone. They stole all my bait. Yeah, Chris, I agree with you. That's why I took the video down, because version 2 is, for me, it was just a little bit over the top, and it was, like you said, there was too much going on. Somebody did say though after the 3 weeks it got a lot better. But if you still have version 2 lying around, um, go ahead and cut it with another 20% VG, or 10% VG and 10% PG, whatever your preference is. But cut it down 20%, and it is more than vaporable. It's not bad at all. I've actually got one here. There it is. That one was cut down 20%. That's the one I made on the, I think that's the one I made on the video. I'm pretty sure it's the one I made on the video. But yes, it is. That's the one. I tried it after 2 weeks. Didn't go a lot on it and cut it down some. I can't wait to make your pina colada. The pina colada is pretty good, I must admit. I kind of hit that one. Do you know what? Something I found with my mixing lately is, like the Mooey Liquids Neapolitan that I tried to clone. I've not cloned it, but it's near, and it's a real good vape. But when I tried that, first of all, version 1 and 2 were the closest I got on it. Really good. The lemon tart that I made, I wasn't cloning anything when I made it, but version 1 to me is my favorite one. So I'm like making these things and hitting it first time, but then all the times after that I'm chasing it too much, and not getting what I want out of it. So it's, God, this light is going to kill me. Let's try and bring it in a bit. Maybe that'll help. Sorry about the flickering, folks. Let's have a look at DIY Vapor. I think today, test some flavor. You'll have to you never make ginger flavor. I've actually got a ginger cookie from sorry, I skipped a few there because I seen he typed again. I've got a ginger cookie from the Liquid Barn, which is quite nice actually, but I don't have ginger myself. It's not something, I like ginger, but it's not something I've thought of getting yet. Let's have a look at DIY Vapor. Have you done any licorice fruit mixes lately? I need some of that in my life at the moment. Do you know what? My licorice went bad on me, so I threw it out, and I haven't replaced it yet. So the only thing I've got is red licorice, which is not going to work for anything. But no, I'm sorry, I don't have licorice. It went bad. I threw it out. David Dries, David Leone, Cleric Vapor, Jack Strongman. Nice to see you. Nice to see all four of you. But Jack Strongman, when are we going to see you back in Facebook? Me and Katie were talking about you earlier, wondering where the hell you'd gone, and just wondered if you were okay. But if you're on here right now, you are okay, and good to see you, man. No, sorry. Let's have a look. Karen, have you done any lemon pound cake? JFM Development give me a really good recipe for pound cake. I can't remember if it had lemon in it. I'd have to check it. But what I found with it was that I think the lemon wasn't strong enough, but it was a really, really good cake base. And I don't mean just good, I mean extremely good. I've not utilized it yet with anything, but if I was to up the lemon a little bit, great pound cake. But yeah, that was from JFM Development. If you haven't seen his channel, then just type up in your search bar JFM Development and go over and check him out. He's got some good recipes over there. Let's have a look. Hello, Chris. Needs something new to make. I put my flavor list on Facebook. Is that the one? When did you put it on Facebook? Was that today or was it a couple of days ago? And I'd done a all-day vape, shake and vape out of it. Was that you with the shake and vape? Danger Damien, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you in here. I always point out Danger Damien. He's one of my neighbours. His parents actually live right next door to me, and he lives several houses down the road. And if you're in the motorcycles or just want something cool to watch, go over to Danger Damien's channel and watch it. It's a newish channel, and this is not just because you're a friend, Damien, but I actually enjoy it. I quite enjoy the commentary. I think it's nice, laid back. I think you got a good intro, great edit into the videos. I really enjoy it. I come over and watch them. I'm subscribed. Every time you put one up, I go over and watch. Let's have a look. Just to recap, anyone that's coming new, if you need to talk directly to me, type at DIY Vapor and then your message, or your message and then at DIY Vapor at the end. I think you can just put DIY Vapor in as well and it will come up. Oh, S. Durham. Okay, Danger Damien got you to the channel. All right, cool. Yeah, Jack, the or Smiler as I should call you. They keep banning you on Facebook. I've tried to go in there as an account which is DIY Vapor. They blocked it. They wouldn't allow me to have it, and I had to change my name. So I put it in as like Chris Vaporlinsky. Was on there for 2 days, and then they've stopped that one now. I think what it is, I've gone in there and gone straight into a group and started posting and posted some links, and they take it as spam. So I think what I got to do, as soon as it comes back online again, I think I need to go build my profile up. You know, put an avatar up, put a page heading up, and post a few quirky little things and stuff like that. You know, and add some about me and all that shit. And maybe it will stop doing it, because it's you know, I'd rather go in there as DIY Vapor into the Facebook channel than I would go under my own name. You know, it's just, I think it'd be better to be anonymous and I wouldn't get hit by so many messages. Not that I mind it too much, you know, sometimes, but it's annoying when somebody messages me and asks me for a clone. That annoys the shit out of me. So don't ask me for any clones. Let's have a look. Chris B, which one would you recommend on the Ultimate Cheesecake? The first one. But I'm working on another one, Chris. The first one was good. Oh, that's Durham from England as well, Damien. Cool. What part, Durham? Oh, you're in New Zealand now. Oh, you're from New Zealand. Okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked there, Chris B. The first one's good. The second one got away from me. So what I've done now is I've taken the first one and gone down on every single number, taking it from like 20-something% down to like 16, and then I'm throwing things around there right now. Of course, it takes a little while to steep, so it's a long process. This could take a month or two, but I'm not putting the video up. I'll put a fresh one up, Ultimate Cheesecake, and there will be a fresh one when it's done. But for now, that version 1, and I think it's in the premium folder, but I just took the video down because I didn't want everybody coming in and getting screwed up. Maybe I'll put a little video out just for version 1, you know, so it's up there so people can actually get the recipe and view it and everything else. What's that? 45 milligrams. I missed that. Just seen underneath there it said oh, you put it up to date, West Coast? Sorry, I got an itch. You put it, yeah, if you put it up to date, I haven't seen it. I missed that. I haven't been on. I went on earlier and had a quick scan through and okayed a couple of new members and stuff like that, but didn't really look down through everything. But I'll take a look. I'll go back through there later. Okay, let's have a look. Hey Chris, I sent AJ, the winner of the contest, a message. He did get me, Chris. I have got him now, and he's given me his address, and we'll have that stuff soon. Let's have a look. Teddy, hi Chris, new here. A friend wants me to mix her a strawberry e-liquid. I got Oba Oba, Strawberry Ripe, and Red Touch. Which concentrates would you recommend? Oba Oba's not strawberry. Well, everyone gets a little thing off of it. I kind of find it as like a creamy, like a cream soda kind of thing, is what it kind of reminds me of. Strawberry Ripe and Red Touch are both excellent. If you're unsure, mix them together. Just put one a little higher than the other one. You know, maybe like Strawberry Ripe at like 5 or 6% and Red Touch at like 3% or something like that. Just so you get one a little stronger than the other one, but the other one kind of plays in the background a bit. But they're both excellent strawberries. But Teddy, I'd need to find out, you know, what do you want to, you know, there's strawberry, then there's strawberry and cream, there's strawberry cakes, there's strawberry everything, you know, strawberry goes with everything, strawberry cheesecake. Probably go ahead and type out again exactly what you've got. Strawberry Ripe and Strawberry Red Touch. Just put a couple of the other flavors like creams and cheesecakes or whatever that you're after. Put what you've got down. Just list like 10 flavors or something, and I'll try and whip something up for you. Have you been thinking about the noob mixing 12 flavors, 3 or 4 recipes, and being a shake and vape? Is it doable? Yes, it is. I've actually got I've got 2 videos I think out there right now with my 10 favorite, the 10 flavors a mixer needs to have straight away. I don't think I've done any mixes out of them though. Hang on. Right, this is now, it's getting a little bit faster than I can handle. Okay. Yeah, I didn't do any mixes out of them, but yeah, of course it's doable. It'd be a bit longer. It'd probably be like a 45-minute video, but I could probably condense it a little bit, maybe just mix one of them and throw the flavors up, kind of just talk about them real quick. But of course it's doable, and might be something. You know what? Let me take a screenshot of that, and that'll remind me. Hey, you're from Denmark. What's your favorite DIY flavor? You mean just if it's a single flavoring, it's very hard to nail it down. If someone said I could only have one flavor concentrate, and I had to do away with everything else, it'd probably be Gummy Bear by Flavor West, because I can vape that and not worry about anything else in it. If it's my favorite flavor to mix with and the one I use the most of, it's Strawberry Ripe. And if it's my favorite e-juice that I make, then it's my All Day Vape, which you can find if you look underneath any one of my videos. You'll see a link there, and one of them will say Dropbox Premium folder. Go in there and you'll see Chris's All Day Vape. That's where the recipe is. PG Nick is nice. That's the only one I get and do max VG on mixes. Yeah, I think I'm going to try some next, Chris. I only use 3 Nick, so it's not as if I'm going to be pouring loads of PG in there. And like I said, I think it's better, easier to mix it, you know, to shake it and mix it up, and it's supposed to last longer. So okay. Let's have a look. I like my juices sweet using TFA sweetener at the moment, but I don't think it's very sweet. Even tried to use 5% in a mix. Got any suggestions? Capella's super sweet. That's as sweet as it gets. You take one little taste of your juice and your teeth drop out. It's seriously, it is sweet. It's like 100% pure sucralose or something. It's sweet as hell. It says super sweet and it is. So yeah, try that. I like to do about 0.5% of that with like 1% or 2% of cotton candy, which is ethyl maltyl, whatever you want to say it. But I like to mix them up a little bit, or a quarter percent of super sweet and 1% of ethyl maltyl. That comes out real nice because I'm not a big sucralose fan. At DIY Vapor, how much difference is the flavor between 50/50 PG, VG, and Max VG with the same recipe? Well, I don't like PG, and when it's in there, it's harsh. It's got kind of like a bitter taste to me. I can pick it out straight away. I really don't like it. But if PG carries the flavors a lot better than VG does, VG mutes it. VG is a lot sweeter on its own than what PG is, but if you've got 100%, you know, if you're using Max VG, it's going to mute your flavors slightly than what it would if you were using 50/50. If you're using like 20/80, 70/30, stuff like that, it's not much of a difference. But if you're 50/50 and like 90%, 90/10 or something like that, it's your flavors are going to be a little muted. Not bad, but it's you'll have to take that into consideration. And obviously, this time of year when it's cold as well, you're better off to add some more PG to it because it's a bit thinner. Danger Damien. Little known fact about DIY Vapor. He makes an incredible actual cheesecake, the food, not the flavor. I appreciate that, Damien. And I must say, it's not often I'm normally quite modest, so I don't normally blow my own trumpet here, but it is one fantastic fucking cheesecake. It really is. I love the thing. I only make it when it's special occasions, like coming round to your parties and things, because if I had one around here, I'm overweight as it is. I'd be about 500 pounds if I just made them for myself, because I'd eat them. That's all I'd ever eat. Mother's Unicorn Milk on ELR is a great strawberry vape. Yeah, I've heard that that's very good. Did you try lemon tart? You mean lemon tart by my own lemon tart? Obviously, I've tried, but be more specific. Yes, I've tried lemon tart, the ones I've made, but I've not tried a shop bought one. So obviously the Dinner Ladies, which is really really popular right now. I've not tried that. DIY breathing hot water baths. Any thought? Yes, no. Breathing hot water baths? Oh, breathing. Do you know what? I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I don't. I guess right here you're talking about breathing, as in taking the cap off, putting it in a hot water bath, trying to steep it quicker, get rid of the alcohols, everything else. I like to just do it the long way, the traditional way. I've tried the other ways of putting it in hot water and everything else, and do you know what? I've got so many juices right now, and I'm sure it's different for other people, but I've got maybe, let me show you what I've got on the desk right here. This is what I've got all the time on my desk. That's there, and I've got a dripper and a tester and another dripper right here, and this shit's going in it continuously. Then I'll pull another couple out of the drawer. Look, there's some down by the TV there, which is I've got this funny system that I've been doing. That's the only way I can keep up with it. Oh, I've got to mess this up. Still not good. What about... Nope. I knew I shouldn't have messed with that. Oh, that'll do. You can see most of my head. Let's have a look. But yeah, I like to just steep it normally, just have some patience and leave it. West Coast, your package looks like you'll get it Monday. Great. I look forward to it. Thank you. Have you used Juicy Lemon yet? Just trying to get recommendations. No, I haven't used the Juicy Lemon yet. Uh, do you know what? I haven't mixed. Well, I did mix once. I mixed online. I actually mixed a lemon tart. Um, I mixed the video, but I've not mixed any off video. Actually, the last 5, 6, 7 days, I've not mixed much. I've been tired from work. It's like one of the busiest weeks of the year for me because I'm the safety and training guy at work. And it's just before our season kicks off, so we get everyone back from winter layoff, and it's a massive week of training. Well, it's been 2 weeks of training. I also trained for the DOT as well, so I had to do that for a few days too. And I'm just worn out, and I've got another week coming up with like 12 new hires that we've got coming in. I spend 3.5 days with them training them. So I get home from work and it's like I don't really want to do much else. Okay, let's have a look. But to go back to you, Chris, I've not got any recommendations for you just yet, but obviously I will have real soon. But I'd like to try it in that lemon tart and see what it does to it. Bill Fisher got a Norco frother. Someone told me you still got a water bath and freezer it too. Freezer it? I don't know why you'd freezer it. I'm not quite sure why I'm missing something there, but got the water bath. The frother is going to help some. It does help with the steeping time. It might take a day or two off of it. The water baths, crock pots, and everything else is supposed to take a lot more time off the steeping. You know, you're supposed to be able to steep it in several hours and stuff. I've just never tried it, so I'm a little ignorant there. But like I said, I just make it and put it to one side and wait for it. Nexa DK sounds like something for me then. Thanks. Shit, what did I answer from you earlier? Nexa. There. Okay, yeah, the super sweet. Yes, definitely, it's for you. If you like it sweet, that stuff is incredibly sweet. Didn't update your good e-juice folder. Still old juice you can find in folder. Okay, yeah, there is. I still haven't. Damn. Yeah, I haven't got no excuse there. I haven't updated it, and it needs updating bad. Liam Moyes. Hey, how are you? I'm doing well, Liam. Been a bit of a funny week with work and everything else, but I'm holding on. I'm doing good. Chris B, Major All Day Vape, February 17th. Can't wait for a steep. Takes a long time to steep. Ready to try it. Yeah, it does take a long time. I've actually got one over here that's steeped, and I've got another one way on in the back. February 15th. With a nice big bottle of it. And I've actually got it in here today, and in this I took it fishing with me today, because my all day vape, I've not been taking it with me and vaping it all day lately. But when I do finally get back to it after trying all these different flavors and stuff, I'm like, oh my god, it's so good to be back. Not that the other stuff's no good or anything, but Caroline, what gives a soda fizz in a mix? Do you know what? That was a really good question. I was actually watching DIY or Die last week, I think it was, and someone was asking that same question, and it seemed like the closest stuff to it was like champagne, I think, by TFA, or champagne by somebody. I've got like pink champagne and stuff like that, but that was supposed to be the closest to it. And then somebody said recently, I don't know if it's on our Facebook channel or in a live feed, but they said that there is something coming out that is supposed to give that fizz. I don't know if it's out yet, or whether it's coming out, or whether that's just misinformation. But I've not tried getting the fizz, but I have made pink champagne, and it does give you that kind of feeling that that you're vaping a bit of bubbly. But as for fizz in itself, no, it doesn't. It doesn't get there. Uh, let's have a look. Let's go down. David Reese. I just bought a 2000 Audi S4. When are we racing? Anytime, but make sure it's on a windy road because those Audis are pretty quick. Actually, they're pretty damn good handling as well. I'll do a 0 to 60 with you. My car is pretty good up to 60. It's actually it's like 4.9 seconds. But after that, it's kind of, there's other cars out there that keep up with it or beat it. There's a whole bunch of them. But it's when you get it in the twisty turns and stuff that it's just so fun to throw around. And it's got some get up and go. Royce Vape. Does TFA Smooth or MTS Vape Wizard work to make e-juice less harsh? Yes, it does. The Smooth definitely does, because I had one that was harsh. I put it in there and it did smooth it out, and it took about a week to do it. It wasn't like magic. It does take a little bit. The Smooth itself, I think I put like 0.5% in. MTS Vape Wizard, I put in like 1 or 2 drops per every 10 mil. Which I've used a lot to Vape Wizard. I find just kind of brings everything together and rounds it off nicely. Whereas the Smooth, do you know what? Now you've brought it up, Smooth might be really good with the lemon tart, because you want that lemon, you want the tartness, but lemon can be very overpowering. And I may try it in there. I may try and up the lemon a little bit and then round it off and see how it works. Next, a warning to people who want to quick steep your all-day vape juice. The malted milk does not like the warming. It separates from the liquid. Learn the hard way. Okay, good point. Thank you. I didn't know that. Yeah, it probably is, because malted milk is not something it's that popular, I don't think. I love the stuff. I think it's an excellent cream. That's why it made it in my all-day vape. Paul Burgess stumbled on this earlier on the web. 2% juicy peach, 2% double watermelon, 5% double apple, and 2% juicy lemon. I've got the juicy peach, I've got the juicy lemon. I don't have the double watermelon or the double apple. I've got tons of watermelons and I've got tons of apples, but I just don't have those two. But they're all Capella, right? Yeah, all Capella. Let's have a look. Let's go down through Racing Rivals. I didn't notice you were in here. How you doing, buddy? And Juicy Reviews. Good to see you. Are you AMT Savage? Are you going to be trying the new Lucky Dips today? I don't think so. I'm not really set up. Well, I could do something. I was thinking about putting something out last night. Something else I'm behind with as well is my clone series. I'm well behind with that. I need to get that put out real soon, because I think I've missed like 2 weeks of it now. But good thing is the juice has had time to sit, so and it might my taste buds have definitely come back, because I definitely had some vapor's tongue there for a little bit. For the folks that have just come in, I just noticed Kay Snipper's question. If you need to ask me a question, type at DIY Vapor, either before or after or in the middle of what you're saying. Just put at DIY Vapor. That way it comes up in red. If you look at what you're watching on the screen, you see all those little red blocks. That's people that have typed at DIY Vapor, and I can look straight at it and see that people are asking me something. David Drees, next time in North Carolina, let's make it happen. Do you know what, David? If you're in North Carolina anytime, hit me up. I got a spare room here. You've got my details. You got my I think you have. I think you've got all my details. Just hit me up. we'll definitely make it happen. I'll take you on a couple of roads that will make your ass suck the seat in. Durham, yeah, I'm in the cars. I was a motorbike person all my life up until um, what's my daughter now? She's 9, so she was only 3 months old. So 9 years ago, 2007, 2008, 2007 it actually was. I had a really bad accident. I bought an R1 over here, had it for like a year and a half, rode it like a complete nutcase. And one day, just riding normally, um, I hit a deer, ran out in front of me. I was doing about 70, which was riding normally for me. Um, and I almost split the thing in half, and it almost killed me. I was unconscious for 6 hours. So my daughter was 2 months old. It was the day before Father's Day. It happened on Motorcycle Road, and I'd just come back from a AAA defensive driving course. Put all four of those together, and something tells me I shouldn't be riding a bike anymore. I was like, not doing it anymore. But God, do I miss it. Watching Damien's videos as well, I'm like, shit, I'd love to grab a bike and go out there and ride with them. But I couldn't do it because I'm an idiot on one. I can sit there in a car and have someone go past me and try and race me, and I can hold myself back. Put me on a bike, and I just cannot help it. I have got to go flat out everywhere. But yeah, I am in the cars now, and it only happened since I bought my Subaru BRZ, which was 3 or 4 years ago. Then I started getting in the cars, and now I've got the WRX. And but yeah, I don't follow them like fanatically, but yes, I am into them. Love my Subarus. Liam Moyles, not a really good clone of Easy Does It Ruthless. Uh, would love to share it with you to see what you think. Got a really good clone. Yeah, please, 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 Liam, send it to me. If you got my info, um, if you yeah, if you haven't, just type out again at DIY Vapor need your info or something. I'll give you what you need. But I really do want that because I've got a friend. I don't think he's in here. Um, and I said that I would try. And he's actually somebody that sent me juice, sent me flavorings, and I asked him if he'd like anything in return. Not that anyone expects it or anything, but all he said was, "I'm trying to do this, trying to clone this thing. What do you think you could do with it?" So I went and got it, and I tried it a couple of times. And I've not gone back to it, but I need to. But if you've got one, that'd be great. I can try yours. Maybe if yours is bang on, I'm going to pass it on to him and give you the kudos for it. Um, if it can do with some work, I will go ahead and add some stuff to it, share it back with you, share it with him, and I'm sure we can all get this thing cracked. Scavenger Clouds. Hey Chris, have you had a chance to try that Easy Does It clone recipe? No. Did someone already send it to me? Um, no, I haven't. Shit. Is that something? Did you type it out last time, Scavenger? Um, if you didn't, either type it out or give me a link to it. And if you typed it out, I've got a screenshot of it here somewhere. I know that. Racing Rivals, I'm fine. Good to see you. You too, buddy. Oh, Ollie A, use your steering wheel with Dirt Rally, mate. It's the best game I've ever played, and I've played them all. I like Dirt Rally. I have it. I just don't like it as much as Project Cars. But I haven't played it in virtual reality yet, and someone said that it's pretty good in virtual reality. I think that's the game they were talking about. So yeah, I need to try it in that. Paul Burgess, using Juicy Peach and Double Watermelon together in small percentages gives the light background candy taste. The lemon, of course, helps with the sour notes. The Jolly Rancher clone. Cool. I'll have to. I keep seeing double apple in recipes, and I've heard of the double watermelon. Maybe that's something I need to try next. Have you tried the stainless wire yet? No, David, I still haven't. Um, no, I haven't. Do I want to? Yes. Maybe that's something I'll go down to the vape store tomorrow and see if they have it. Trouble is, if I go in there, I'm going to buy a juice and want to clone it. I try and stay away from them. Motaz, does breathing e-juice solve harshness? Yes, it does. It will take the alcohol out of it. It'll let the alcohol evaporate. But you also lose the flavour. I think sometimes better to leave the lid on and let it steep a bit longer. If it comes out still to alcohol after a good steep, then obviously you need to breathe it. But don't breathe it too long. 12 hours tops. Don't do it any more than that. Because you'll just lose all the potency of the flavour. Juicy reviews. Do you have any watermelon flavours you would recommend for a strawberry watermelon bubble gum? Let's have a look. Strawberry watermelon. I think I have one in here. I know I got strawberry kiwi, which I love. And I haven't vaped strawberry kiwi for a while. Strawberry. I don't see a strawberry watermelon straight up front here. Actually, I got a strawberry melon, which is Damien's vape. Let me see where that is. Actually, his is in the other Scavenger. I just got a message from you. Thank you. Hey, honey. Mwah. Thank you. My daughter brought me a drink. Thanks, honey. Yeah, I have Damien's melon. I think it's in the folders. Let me have a look. It should be strawberry melon. I thought I put it in here. If not, I will put it in here. Is it under Damien or is it under strawberry melon? It should be under just strawberry melon. I don't think I would have named it. It's named Damien on my phone, but it shouldn't be in here. I don't see it. Why is it not in here? Strawberry melon, Damien. It's in the normal Dropbox folder. So go to any one of my videos. Directly under the videos, it will say Dropbox folder. Go in there. There's one called Strawberry Melon, Damien. That's just normal Loran's melon, but you could probably sub it out with some watermelon. If you do that, up the watermelon a little bit by 1% or 2%, because I just know it's not going to be as strong as that Loran's melon, which is a pretty strong melon. Let me go back to where we were. Do you have any... have you ever tried to make anything with pecan? Yes, I have. I'm trying to make a pecan cheesecake. I do have... I've got maple pecan, I think. I didn't get on with it very well. And I did have pecan by Loran Flavors. And that one was quite good, actually. But for some reason, I just never ever got it again. I never had a lot of success with it. But I never had a lot of success with most things a year and a half ago, because I was still throwing bunches of shit together and learning, learning what did go together and what doesn't, which I still am learning right now. I've got tons of flavors on the desk over there I've not used yet. But yeah, but that's, to answer that, that's that. Where are we? But yeah, the pecan. Yeah, maybe I'll get back into it, but it's not something that's right up in front that I'm going to do right now. Next, I had a WRX STI a couple of years ago. Awesome and fun cars. Yeah, they are. I was going to get the STI. Always wanted the STI. But the STI right now has got an engine that's been in it for 10 years. They've not changed it. It's still got the same horsepower. I think they may have sneaked like 5 horsepower out of it or something in the last 10 years. And it's got some issues with it. If you've ever heard of ringland failure. Not all of them get it. If you look after the car and you service it properly, everything else, you normally don't get it. But some of them still get it. So I looked at the cars, and here's a WRX with a brand new engine and all the latest technology on it, and here's an STI with an engine that's 10 years old. And I thought to myself, this one's cheaper, I can get it fully loaded, which I did get. I got it just as loaded as you can get one. And I thought, that's what I'll do. Instead of getting the STI, I'll get a fully loaded WRX. So that's why I went with it. And I do not regret it. I love it. Asbo, I didn't get a notification. Oh, damn. And good to see you, by the way. Mike Stenger, is there a flavour in Moo Milk that I can substitute for TFA white chocolate? That's the only one I don't have. I don't know how critical the white chocolate is. I just happened to try it. I kind of smelt them, put them on my hand, tasted them, tasted the milk chocolate, and there was something about them where I thought this could be good. It's my first go at it, and I used them both. I'm wondering if you just take out the white chocolate and up the... I can't remember what they are. Is it 3% milk chocolate and 2% white chocolate, I think? So take out the white chocolate and up the milk chocolate to just by 1%. I wouldn't take it up 2 because I don't know where its threshold is of where it would start tasting like crap or just not taste like it should. So try that unless you have another chocolate, but then you got to be careful because some of the chocolates are a bit sickly, they're a bit harsh, and that milk chocolate is just bang on. Estrom, holy crap, what a crash. R1, nice bike. Blessing that you're still here to tell the story and doing your wonderful work. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. But yeah, it was one hell of a bike. I had a lot done to it as well. Full exhaust, full tuned, new brakes. It had racing brakes on it, racing pads. It had X-Race tires on it. I used to buy them where they'd done a couple of like warm-up laps. They were DOT approved, so I could ride them on the road, but they had this like unbelievable profile to them. All you had to do was just when you counter steer to go in a corner, all you had to do was just touch it, and the bike would just lay on its side. It was just brilliant. But I really, really loved it. Great bike as well. Back then it was fast as hell, and I believe the ones now are even faster. Well, they would be. Scavenger Clouds, yeah. Check Messenger, Facebook. Okay. You know what? Let me do that right now. I won't read out what's on there because it may be just between you and me, but let me just see what it is. Oh, thank you. Easy does it. Yes. Let's have a look what you got. Cotton candy, double watermelon, strawberry ripe, strawberry TPA, super sweet, melon. I've got everything except the double watermelon by Capella. I bet you I can do something about that as well. I'll try something else in its place, maybe. Yeah, I will try something there, but I'd like the look of that. I'm not sure what mine looks like. Let me look at my last one. I'll try and make this quick, folks, because I'm kind of falling behind on everybody's. Right, it's in versions. Easy Does It version 3. Oh, mine's Easy Does It on ice. So let me leave the ice part of it out. Leave the menthol out. I had Shisha Strawberry 3%. RF Sweet Strawberry, which is Capella's Sweet Strawberry, but the reduced Flashpoint one, 8%. So I've got 11% of that crap in there. Melon by Loran. Watermelon Candy by TFA. So I had 2 watermelons, 2 strawberries, kind of like you got there, but I'm going to definitely try that, and I appreciate you giving me that. That will give me a good head start on it. And then all I've got to do is just figure out the menthol part of the on ice part of it. Liam Moyles, I don't have your details. I'm in the Facebook page though. Just go ahead and message me then, Liam. If I can't remember what we were talking about. We were talking about the Easy Does It, wasn't it, with both of you? Yeah, just go ahead and message me what you got. I'd really appreciate it. Because anything I can get there, especially 2 of you having recipes, I can put them both together and look at them and look at what I got, and we could probably fill in a lot of gaps. Let's have a look. Ollie, Project Cars is good too, but I love the feedback on the wheel with Dirt Rally. Glad you tried it anyway. Yeah, I did. I wasn't very good at it, but man, what a fun game. I used to love like Colin McRae Rally and things like that, but because I played so much Project Cars, it just I couldn't get my wheels set up to it was very touchy steering, and I just couldn't get my wheels set up for it, and I didn't want to come away from Project Cars because I was in the middle of a season, competitive season, so I didn't want to get away from that and mess up the feel of things. Asbo double apple is good for a kick up the ass in the morning. Yeah, that's the sort of apple I like. I've got something like about 8 or 9 apples right now, for messing about with things. Racing Rivals, what about putting extra PG in juice that's already good but just needs to be more watery? Yeah, there's no issue with that. It'll actually just it'll actually up the flavour a touch as well, or possibly could, depends how much you put in there. Michelle Fu, stoked you're back with us. Though I have started DIY and I wicked the very first time yesterday. All through learning from you. Well, that's great. The whole point of this, really the whole point of it, of starting it in the first, but one, I love doing it. I was never fond of going in front of the camera because it's weird watching yourself for the first time when you're editing, and I was like, damn, I look like a dickhead. Well, I do, but anyway. But once I got that out of the way, I just enjoy mixing now in front of people. I'd rather have the camera on and mix. Sometimes I don't even show the videos. I have the camera going and I'm there chatting while I'm mixing, and afterwards I think, no, I'm not going to put that recipe out, and I'll ditch the video. But I love doing it, and the main point of what I was going to say was, if it helps just one person out there, then it's all worth it. That's all it's got to do, is just help one person get off the cigarettes, get off of buying expensive e-juice or whatever it is you're trying to get away from, and come on over to the I was going to say the dark side, the light side. Nexa, if you have the economy for it, get the Mercedes A45. It's amazing. It's a better version of the WRX STI and the Evos. Plus you get the luxury as well. I'm not a huge Mercedes fan for some reason, although I've never driven one, so again, pretty ignorant of me, just the looks of them. Although I did see what's it, an E63? E63, a 3.6 AMG Mercedes. I've seen 2 of them. I passed one on the interstate today, and then I was in behind one on the car wash, and as I was vacuuming out the car, he was right next to me. That's one nice looking Mercedes, and that thing must be an animal. Robert Lamb, do you have a clone for Lost Arts Cottontail Cream? No, I don't. Never actually heard of it. There's not many juices that I have actually tried out of the stores, to tell you the truth. I got in this was my story. I got off the cigarettes what, 3-4 years ago. God, I'm losing count now. But anyway, I got off the cigarettes May of that year. I was still on one of these Kangertech things up until about December of that year. Then I got the Aspire Atlantis, which was the sub-ohm tank at the time, which was like the be-all and end-all. And once I got onto that, then I started going through juice like a mofo. And I thought, this is insane. You just can't go in there and pay that much for juice. So I'd seen everyone DIYing and things like that, and I thought, this is something I could do. So I went ahead and done it, and been doing it ever since. But yeah, not really that there was one I really liked, and it was Caterpillar vapes, Caterpillar something, and it was called Off With Her Head, and that was Apple Jolly Rancher. It didn't taste exactly like an Apple Jolly Rancher, and it wasn't that strong. It was like max Fiji, and I mean max. It was some thick liquid, But really did like that one. I ought to get some more of that and clone that one because I used to really like it. But right now I love the apples that I've put out. The Ruthless one, the Swamp Thing, I prefer my own apple. So I'm just trying to clone it. But to clone it, and this is again not me being big-headed, to clone it I've just got to make my apple into a worse apple. I hate to say that. I'm not going to say it in the videos that I put out, but that's kind of what I'm doing, is taking a nice tasting apple and making it over sweet, too strong, and everything else. And it's just I don't like it. I'll never vape it. But then I'm trying to teach how to clone stuff, although I'm teaching myself all the time at the same time. Ollie A, did you ever take your bike to? Oh, where did that go? Shit, I am well behind on this chat, folks. I'm sorry. You ever take your bike to? Oh, Mid Wales? Oh, you bet your ass I did. We used to go there every other weekend, and we used to ride from basically as soon as you come over the Severn Bridge, because I lived just below Bristol. Come over the Severn Bridge, and we used to ride from there to Abergavenny, and we used to take all the little back roads to get there. It was brilliant. Miss those days. Michelle, good evening to you. Well, Ollie, where I am right here now, there's not really great roads. There are if you go up around the lakes, which, you know, is about a 30-minute drive for me to get to them. But then there's the mountains, which I'm about 5 hours from. It's the good part of the mountains, anyway. And there's a road up there, which there isn't a road in England to touch it. It's insane. It's 318 curves in 11 miles. And when you come out the other end of it, your forearms are just pumped, and you're sweating. It's first time I ever drove it. I had to drive my car up and down the road real slow to cool the brakes down because I had smoke coming off of them. I really fucked my brakes up. I had to get new brakes when I come back. How would you approach a banoffee pie recipe? I do have one. I don't know if I'd be able to find it, but okay, where would I approach it? I only have a couple of bananas. I'd probably use like banana cream, which I think is TFA, and I have a Flavor West banana as well, which I quite like and is quite strong. I'd probably use the two of those together. I would use what's it called? Graham Cracker Clear, because to me it's got a caramelly toffee kind of note to it as well. I'd probably use quite a bit of that to get like the crust and the toffee part of it. Caramel, who's that by? Caramel, is that by Flavor West? I think my caramel is by Flavor West. Whoever it's by, it's strong as shit. I've also got like butter toffee and things like that. I'd probably use pie crust. I would use just a small percentage, 0.5%, 1%, but use the Graham Cracker Clear to do the rest of it with. But that's where I would start with it. Bit of meringue, and go from there. Shake it, vape it, see what you got, and fill in the blanks, kind of thing. I need to try one actually. Do you know what? Let's screenshot this because that's more good ideas for videos. Esther, my phone about to go flat. We'll let you know how Pina Colada turns out. Have an awesome day, everyone. Okay, I know by the time I've read this back to you, Durham, you've already gone, but thanks for coming in. JFM, how you doing, buddy? I just seen it. I'm sorry, I'm way behind on the chat. And JFM, I put a good word in for your pound cake recipe as well. Someone asked me about a lemon pound cake, and I said I'm not so sure about the lemon pound cake, but I know where I can get a pound cake. And I said if you up the lemon a little bit or add anything else you want in it, it's a great pound cake. And I did send them to your channel, or asked them to go look at it anyway. But that pound cake, I've still got to utilize it. I've got it there in my drawer. I've got it to one side. I've got like 4 or 5 juices to one side that are good bases and stuff like that. Yours is right in there, and I need to do something with it. Michel Foos, stoked that you're back with us, though. I've already read that one. Has the prize been claimed? Yes, it has. If not, I claim it to be mine, like the throne of Britain. No, as it has been claimed, he got hold of me tonight. We finally tracked him down. Scavenger Clouds, thanks for checking it out. Would love to hear if it's close. I think it is personally. Don't like the on ice part, but I believe the profile is correct. That's the mistake I made. This person loved the easy does it on ice, so that's the one I went and got. I should have got the easy does it. Then I could have done the on ice part real quick by putting some menthol with it. Which it's not just as easy as putting menthol with it, because there's something else there as well. But you get what I mean. Trying to find all those notes behind menthol is not as easy. God, I am well behind in the chat. Let's go through these a bit quicker. Sorry. Is there any good coffee flavors that don't taste like burnt tires? Cappuccino by Flavor Art. That's the only one that I can stomach. The other ones, yeah, like you said, burnt tires, and they taste like Bigfoot's dick, basically. Not that I've ever tasted Bigfoot's dick, and if I seen him, I wouldn't want to either. Maybe that's what he knocks the trees with when you hear him on that Finding Bigfoot. But maybe that's why they call him Bigfoot. Maybe it is a foot long. I don't know. Who knows? There's a lot of questions here. I can't answer those ones. Warren Lindsay, you've helped us all in some way, and you folks have helped me as well, because it pushes me on. I've come a long way since July when I started this channel to where I am now, and I understand my stuff so much more. It started off where I was doing the very basic for the beginners, and then mixing stuff in front of you all, which was a trial for me. What you guys didn't realize was it was teaching me at the same time different things, and oh, this came out good, this didn't, stuff like that. And then I started working on things behind the scenes, and then all of a sudden it's kind of just clicked, and I kind of understand what's going on with it. It's really weird. It's like anything, I guess, when you get into hobbies, all of a sudden you go bang and you get real good at it. But yeah, it's coming together. Get a Merc A180 in the AMG version. If I ever got a Mercedes, it'd have to be AMG. There's actually an AMG shop just up the road from me, about 5 or 6 buildings from where I work, and they work on Mercedes. They're an AMG specialist or something there. I think my boss, the owner of my company, owns the building they're in as well, I believe. Just get an M4. Fuck yeah, would I love an M4. I've always loved the M3. Then I seen an M4 in a gas station about 3 or 4 months ago, and I was going to smack the guy in the head, knock him out, and steal his car. It was nice. Did you see Mike Vape's vid on the vape fan? I was shocked to see the filter so dark after a few vapes. It made my wife question me about vaping outside, for fuck's sake. No, I haven't. I'll have to have a look at that. See Mike Vape on the vape fan. No, I haven't seen it. I'll have to have a look at that though. Oh, where are we now? I think I'm catching up. 104 JT Money. Just wanted to pop in and say hi everyone. What up, Chris? I'm at work this Saturday. Can't join the fun. I'm glad you decided to keeping on. See you later. I'm not going to go into any details or dwell on this. Not going to go into what happened, because it's done, it's dropped, it's forgotten about, and I've got no more beef about it at all. It is where it is. I'm going to carry on, and we're all good. My trouble is I'm real hot-headed, and I did say I'd drop this channel if it ever got too much. It kind of did get too much, and there were some other things at play. I just to not go in there. But sorry, it did happen like that. But there was the point I want to get at is I couldn't leave. I backed out. I took my Facebook name straight out of the group. I dropped all my videos off the channel, and then 2 or 3 hours later, I thought to myself, "Oh shit! I've got someone sending me juice from halfway across the world. I've got this person that sent me all these juices. I got this person that sent me all these flavorings. I got this person that done this. I got the There's all these things, and I was thinking to myself, I can't just quit, you know. And I thought to myself, I just can't do it. There's just there's too much. It's not just about me. There was other people involved, so I couldn't just quit. Um, I threw a little, you know, little pissy fit, and wanted to get out of it immediately, and just thought, fuck it, you know, I'll go mix on my own, which, you know, I can do at any time. But yeah, as for what happened, um, that's done and gone, and I'm not even going to talk about it. But to go back, you know, everyone's saying glad to see you back and everything. If nobody heard, I was going to step out of it, and I took my videos down, and I was just going to go mix on my own and just hell with it all now. But I can't do it. It ain't going to happen. So yeah, if things get too much on me, I'll take a few days off. I'll take a week off. I'll take a month off. Um, but this channel ain't going down, and it ain't going to be. I ain't going to turn my back on it. So yeah, you're stuck with me. Doesn't matter what happens. The feds can come knock my door down. I'm still gonna. I'll put this channel out from inside, from in jail. um, not that anything like that happened, but I'm just saying anything can happen, and I would. This thing's got to keep going. So we're good. Yeah, do you know what, Asbo? All has its plus and minuses, but I really don't want to get on this because it's been done, and it seems like every time I talk about it, somebody else talks about it, and it comes up again, and it's all done. But I've rectified it, um, and it won't be happening again. So that's where we are, and yeah, and it doesn't even happen off screen anymore either. Um, and for those of you who don't know, it was my daughter being in the videos was an issue, and it is an issue. She's no longer in them, and she's no longer allowed up here around my vaping stuff when I'm just when I'm doing anything. Reason for that, what happens behind closed doors is completely my business, but at the same time, it kind of made me think I am kind of teaching her this is okay, and it's not okay. I don't want her to vape. We're in a vape community, and everyone says, well, you know, it's better to vape than smoking. It's not. It's better not to vape or smoke or do any such thing. There's no need to put anything in your body that's not naturally needed. So that's my feeling on it, and I don't want her to think it's cool. Um, I find it cool because it's got me off the cigarettes, but that's where we are with it. Subject over. um, but yeah, there's no harsh feelings between me and anybody else on any other channel. It got brought up on DIY or Die. I said my piece on there. They said their piece, and everything was cool. It was dealt with very professionally, and yeah, it was all good. And actually, a shout out to John, JFM Development, for saying what you did on there as well. It didn't go unnoticed. I appreciate it. Where are we? Back here. I'm glad you changed your mind. Best DIY channel. Thank you. That's the spirit, by the way. Last time I asked your wish list, but you didn't respond. Oh, by the way, last time I asked your wish list. Wish list for, I'm sorry, Racing Rivals. Wish list for what? Oh, wish list for just flavors that I haven't got yet? Or wish list for, I'm not quite sure. I'm sorry. Next, don't do that ever again. I literally panicked when all the videos and recipes went away. The recipes never went. I never took them down. They stayed. And actually, there was going to be no live feed tonight. The comments on the videos were still going to be turned off, but I forgot to turn them off on the last video I put out, and I didn't think about it until like an hour or two later. So I was like, oh fuck, they're back on. Let's just turn everything back on, and let's just go back to normal. It's done, so we're good. Chris just picked up 1 ounce under $5 of Lorraine cream cheese icing. Any good recipe? Yeah, put it in everything, Chris. The damn stuff is awesome. I love it. Um, I think I put it in my lemon tart, and I put it in there to kind of make the curd and make it kind of thick. And curd is a funny thing. kind of, oh God, how can I explain it? You all know what lemon curd is, but the actual lemon curd itself, especially if you're in England and you just buy a jar of lemon curd, it's got the tartness in there, but it's also got like a, not a cream cheese, but it kind of takes on that form. It's really weird, like a kind of gone off kind of something that's been left around and come together. It's the only thing I can really explain. But so I put it in that, but put it in anything else that needs any. I think it goes great with the ice creams. Um, I need to do a vanilla cupcake. I have vanilla cupcake by several different juice flavor manufacturers, and I got them purposely to do this, and other cakes, and I need to use it as cream cheese icing. I want to give it a try. I've been using it for other stuff right now. I love it. Oh, and do you know what? Something else as well. JFM just said, "I'm glad you decided to stay. You shouldn't let the drama get to you." I know, JFM. It's just that's the way I am. That's just the way I'm built. I can't help it. Um, Sometimes it does. Even just the odd comment here and there. When I see a video, I just feel like telling them to go fuck themselves. And I shouldn't feel like that, because there's gonna be people that don't like what I do. I mean, don't like the recipes that I do, or just don't like the channel. That's the way of life, you know. Stuff I don't like. There's channels out there I don't like, where I go. I know I might be in the cars, and I go to a certain one, and I'm like, I don't like the way this guy reviews cars, and I'll back out. But I don't normally leave a comment. I'm just the sort of person, I'll comment if it's really good, but I don't normally comment if it's really bad. Whereas some people just love to go around the internet and just comment on everything that's bad and give them a thumbs down and do all that shit. It's just not me. But one thing I do want to bring up, most of you are on the Facebook page, and John, I did see your post the other night, and I went ahead and deleted that whole thing. You posted something on the bottom of, you know which one it was, and I deleted the whole thing because I just didn't think it was the whole thing. I didn't like the whole thing that was there. Nothing that you done. It wasn't started by you. But there's a thing with advertising on the Facebook page. It came up pretty early. Me and John, JFM Development, spoke about it. Me and Brian Carr spoke about it. I've removed other people for advertising, and Brian and John kind of knew where I was with it. Wasn't a huge fan of it to start with, but at the same time, we were small. It didn't really matter so much. But then I never said anything to anyone else ever. That was our business, what we spoke about in private messages. But then a bunch of other people in the group thought that it was bad as well, and I could kind of see where they were coming from. I defended both of you, saying that yes, I'd spoken to you both about it. Then it come up again, and do you know what? I just thought to myself, let's put this to bed. This group is like 300, 400 people strong now. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. And if one person advertises, you've got to let all of them, or you let none of them. And I've already banned people for advertising on there, just for that really pretty Asian chick that comes on. I can't remember what her name is now, but she come on and posted a video. I went and looked at one, and I was like, holy crap, she's hot as shit. And I went and watched a couple of her videos. And then she put it on there again. Never ever posted anything else. Not like John and Brian do, where they actually give us some snippets of stuff and things. They actually contribute to us. But she's just coming in and just blatantly just putting videos in there. So where the channel is right now, I've just put some rules up, which I never wanted to do, but I just thought it's the right thing to do. We're going to get bigger and bigger, and if the rules are there, the rules are there. If someone comes along in there and says, I am looking for a great pound cake, where can I get one from? And JFM comes in and sees it and thinks, do you know what? Everyone said how good my pound cake is. Go ahead and post your video. Put it up there and say, this is where you need to go. That I am fine with. If someone comes in and says, oh, I need a blackcurrant cheesecake. Well, DIY Vapor's got one. Go and have a look at that. Or DIY or Die's got one. There's one on ELR. Send all of those. Send them. But what we're trying to get away from is just people coming in spamming. Not that John and Brian were spamming. Just other people were coming in, and we were just getting a lot of it. And it was kind of, I think some people were thinking, well, why is this allowed and that's not allowed and stuff like that. So I just made it once across as black or white. And I apologize if it to tell you the truth, if I was John or Brian, I would probably been offended. And but sometimes you got to make some decisions that don't fit everybody. So I apologize there. But the channel, that thing is going off in a different way. I'm kind of just stepping out of it slightly, and two other people have got it. They expressed a few concerns with that. Was only a small part of it, but there was some other stuff in it, and I said to them, it's your channel, run away with it and do what you need. I'm here, I'll be here to moderate it. I will speak to you if something doesn't look right, but I'm there to give you 100% backing. So that's where it's going to go now. It kind of take a little bit off of me as well, and the two people that are doing it, they're both English. Not that it makes them superior in any way, but it means that I can talk to them straight laced and just and call them a pair of I won't use the C word, but that's what I can call them, and they won't take offense. So it just makes it, I can be real blunt with them. So, and I know them both very well. So that's where it is. That's where we're going with that. So I thought I'd just clear that up. But John, you always get me to speak very highly of you. I did earlier before you ever come on, and sent people over there to go have a look, and that will continue. So it's not as if I'm trying to shun you in any way, because I'm not. It's just I just want, you know what I mean. It's either we advertise or we don't. So anyway, that's my bit on that. Where did I get? What do you recommend for a RDA big build deck to make a single coil for taste? My wickless coil. Okay. I wouldn't do a wickless coil on a big deck. One thing with bigger decks as well is that for me they haven't got great taste. I find them, the smaller the deck and the tighter the top, you know, the less room there is inside, the better the taste is always what I found. It kind of it's like the TFV4. I love the RBA in there. It's got brilliant taste. I think it's the best flavor out of anything I've ever had, the TFV4. And for some reason it's not on a mod. It's right here because I got to rebuild it. That's why it's not on there. But I love that thing. When you put a temperature build in there, love it. But yeah, I would use something old-fashioned like a plume veil, a dark horse, anything that's got a shallow juice well where you can get in and you can see the little gap under the coils. The coil's got to be like where you can only just slide a piece of paper between it and the deck. So yeah, that's my view on the wickless coil anyway. Where are we now? Okay, juicy reviews. The other day I was transferring my 100mg Nick to a smaller bottle and didn't have glove and got it all over my hands, but I washed it off immediately. It was okay, just got a buzz, got lucky. Yeah, Juicy, you know where I'm at with it. You've probably watched my last video where I spilt a little bit of VG and I put the gloves on straight away, because what happened just before that is I put nicotine in there. Normally I just wipe it all off with my hands, but I won't fuck with 100mg nicotine. I just won't. It's made me very sick a couple of times. I thought I was going to die. It is nasty, nasty, nasty. And when I transfer that from the bottle I keep it in into my little dispenser, yeah, it's like something from a laboratory. I have got everything out. Everything's placed where it can't contaminate anything else. I'm just so careful with it. But then once I've got it in where I've got it with the long nozzle and everything else, I feel completely safe with it. But even so, I should still wear gloves. I thought lemon curd was just lemon jam, like a jelly for us USP. It's not. It is a curd. If you think of like cheese curds and something like that, it's something that's curdled. Lemon curd, that's how it is in England. It's completely different. Yeah, and it's spreadable. It's like the same consistency as like peanut butter would be. Actually, a little thicker than that. But it is it's like peanut butter. It will spread like it. It's not a jelly. You can actually spread lemon curd. Uh, if anyone needs to speak to me, type at DIY Vapor to get my attention. But I seen somebody up there say, "Can I take the malted milk off your all-day vape? I don't like milk, and I made 40 mil of your all-day vape, and don't like the milk taste of it." Take whatever out, whatever you need to out. The strawberry and the dragon fruit's pretty well balanced, and I think whatever cream you put with it will work. And I've got a lot of different creams in there. Taking one out ain't gonna kill it. I would say, yeah. JFM, I saw that you tried what you tried to do on live stream, DIY or die live stream, and just thought it was a bit hypocritical, so I had to say something. Yeah, okay. Well, I appreciate it. One thing I did like about what was said on there, and I actually sent Wayne a message, which I've never done before, and I'm not trying to condone anything I've done, but one thing I did like about him, he was very, very unbiased. He asked the question, he put it out there to everyone. He never gave his view as that's wrong or this is right. He was very calm and unbiased about it and just asked for people's views and stuff. I thought he'd done a great job of it. I mean, I don't think it should have been brought up again, but but I knew it was going to. That's why I sat through that live feed. I knew it was coming. So that's just one of those things. But anyway, I'm good with that. So but thanks anyway. Oh shit, what have I lost here? How far behind am I in this? Where did JFM's comment go? There. Okay, if I order 100 milligram nicotine in England, USA companies will send me it for my personal use. What is your view? Do what you got to do, man. If you can get it, get it. I don't know if it's against the law in England. If it's not against the law to have it, then get it. But I think you can get 72 mil nic over there, can't you? So it's not that far off, really. So it's yeah. At DIY Vapor, Simon is a taff, for fuck's sake. I know. I've sent him a couple of private messages with like sheep that have just been sheared and things like that. It'll keep him on his toes. Yeah, make him think of other things. JFM, I'm not offended at all by the videos. They're just there as a resource, not advertising, as my channel grows from YouTube search engines. Yeah, mine does the same, John. I don't advertise anywhere. I've had another YouTube channel, and he's very nice. Tim over at VHB, which is the oh god, what's it stand for? Anyway, it's over at VHB, and he's always said to me, because I asked him if I could link something one day, and he was like, yeah, just make sure you tag me in it, and then everything's okay. And then he got hold of me recently and said, hey, you never ever do put a link there, and I'm like, no, I just don't like to. So, but the same thing, I'm not getting anybody from there. Most of my stuff is from searches, just like you are. And I said, I'm not, you know why I've done it, I'm sure. It's just to be consistent across everything. Then it's a non-issue anymore. Racing Rose, send me your flavor wish list on Facebook. Okay, will do. Well, I've actually got one on Bull City Flavors. I'll need to go update it, but I'll go back through there. I'll spend a little time tonight or tomorrow morning and update that and share it. What are we mixing tonight? Right now, nothing, Warren. I feel like I've talked my ass off here. Fun with Brianna. You shaved your head, Chris. Shit, yeah. Oh, and Warren, sorry, we are mixing something. Definitely are mixing something. I don't know what yet. I had some ideas earlier, but I'm not quite sure what we're going to mix yet. But we'll mix something. Shaved your head. Brought DIY mixing with Brian. You shaved your head, man. Yeah. Do you remember my first videos? I had hair, and then about I don't know what it was. Sometime in the first 10 videos, I shaved it all off. I do that about twice a year. Shave everything off. Let it grow, shave it off. I don't go to anywhere to get a haircut. I just let it grow out and then shave it off again. But I feel better for it, although it was cold as shit this morning when I went fishing. But yeah, good to see you in here, Brian. Racing Rivals. Yeah, that's okay. All cool. Next DK, does this VHB have a YouTube channel? Just made a Twister lolly juice from a person called VHB on ELR. Might be the same. What are they called? The Vapors something. Let me have a look a minute. I'm on Facebook here. Vaping Home Brewers. That's what they're called. Vaping Home Brewers, VHB. So I don't know if that's the same you're looking at over there, but I'm not aware that they have a channel. And Tim or anybody else that's over there and you're watching, I'm sorry, I do get all the notifications and I do have a look at the latest posts and things like that. I haven't been in there and scoured through there lately or answered any posts or made a post or contributed in any way, so I kind of apologize for that, but I'm using the excuse that I've had a hectic week or two, which I have. Go ahead, mixing with Brian. That was the fun. That was the fun with Brianna. That was me, the fun with Brianna. Oh, right. Some of your old mixes are at the top of good e-juice mixes search results. In my opinion, just got to change up some of the old thumbnails. Obviously, that's up to you. Some of your old mixes are at the top of good e-juice mixes search results. I'm not even aware of that. You're just saying that when it comes up, it's like the thumbnails are of me just sat there, you know, with my bald head and in the middle of doing something. That's why I started putting thumbnails on everything. And I got to admit, some of that came from John's channel. I kind of look at what John was doing over there, and although he's got a completely different style than what I've got, I do feel that having the pictures up, and everyone else does it as well, but I think having the pictures up to your video just help it sparkle a little bit and get somebody to come in and have a look. Then when they're in there, they can kind of decide whether it's for them or not. But yeah, it does look more professional having the thumbnails up, and maybe I should go back through them all and do them. Wouldn't take that, well, it would take long, but I'm pretty good with Photoshop, so it shouldn't take as long as it should. As long as it could. DIY with Vixen and Brian, good to see you too, man. Yeah, I wasn't going to do one tonight, Brian, but I don't know, kind of felt compelled to. Racing Rivals, you have to send me your info, otherwise I can order it from. Well, do you know what? That would be real nice of you. I appreciate it. And do you know what? This is something, again, that I said about I couldn't give this thing up. I can't give it up. Even if I've got to take a week off or something and have, you know, take a breather or whatever, I can't give it up just because I don't feel indebted to the people that sent me the flavors. And I don't expect anything. But at the same time, what a nice gesture. It's some of that stuff that I've got on that table there is helping me give back to you, is the way I see it. It's not anything for my personal gain, although it is sometimes, because I'll vape the crap out of it if I make something real nice. But it really helps fill in some of the blanks and helps give back, and I appreciate everything that's been donated. And they're not just donating it to me, you're donating it to everybody. Is how it is. I've never really seen it like that before, but that's what you're doing. You're buying it for everybody. At DIY Vapor, this is from Brian. I've got a great video all of you can benefit from. It's how to make a DIY magnetic mixer. Okay, well, this is Brian. You come in a little late. We were talking about the ads on the Facebook channel, and I kind of made an apology to John because I didn't want to offend him, and I don't want to offend you either. I know we can talk about this behind closed doors if we feel like we have to, but I spoke about it, so you weren't here to hear it. But it's not anything against you two. It's the fact that we're getting a little bit bigger. I've got two English people that I know and love very much, who are kind of who I've give the reins to and said, look, I need to go somewhere with it, and you need to be part of that as too, Brian. They're going to need any help they can get, and we all need any help we can, and you're one of the admins. But going forward, we need to say, do we have people linked to their videos or don't we? And I've banned a lot of other people, even that cute Asian girl that come in and always linked to her videos, which she was cute and Asian. I'm sorry, but I had to look at it. But I banned her in the end after she'd done it 3 times because she never posted anything else. But if you've got something like that, just start off a conversation. You know, who is interested in magnetic mixers? And if some people come back, yes, I am. Well, I've got a video. Come look at this. That's how I would do it. I wouldn't shun it. It wouldn't be any skin off my nose whatsoever. It's just coming in with a video and just saying, hey, come look at this. Is what we want to try and get away from. And I said the same thing to John. If he's got a good blackcurrant cheesecake recipe and somebody comes into our group and says, hey, anybody got a recipe for blackcurrant cheesecake? I don't expect you guys to look at it and think, oh shit, I'm not even allowed to post it. Go ahead and post it because someone's asked for it and they need it, and it's that I am all for. But that's the whole thing to it, and I was kind of okay with it, and then I just found out a few other people's views weren't, and then trying to put we're getting bigger than what I can handle in there, and with my fiery temper and stuff like that, it doesn't need to be left in my hands all the time. So Simon and Katie are going to be looking after things. We've got Penny and Brian as well, which I hope you'll give them all the support they can get. And but yeah, that's where we're going with that. Yeah. Chris, it's your channel. If people don't like your videos or the way you mix, then they can just go fuck off. Do your thing, man. You've got a lot of people, including myself, that enjoy what you do, and I thank you. That's how I've always thought about it, Chris. But then sometimes it's hard to take it up. It's hard to see comments sometimes. It depends what they are. I've had some that I've been a little harsh on with some people, but it just kind of rubs me up the wrong way because I spend hours and hours and hours doing shit, and then somebody will pick on some stupid crap like, oh, why don't you go post, why don't you put your recipe in the description, or why don't you put it in this folder, or why don't you put it over here and put it over there? And I'm like, I just feel like typing in there because I haven't got the fucking time. That's what I feel like putting in there sometimes, but I don't. But at the same time, I can't please everyone. You ain't going to be able to do it. And I've had to make a few decisions lately, like the ads, putting 2 people in charge. There's a lot of other people that I love and trust on here as well that could have gone in charge. I've got to make a decision. I have to make it then, and it's done and dusted. And I'm sorry if some people don't like them or disagree or whatever, but it's a decision that was made. So anyway, that's where I am with that. Yeah, the latest thumbnails do stand out a lot. New sub here, hello from Arizona. How you doing, buddy? Oh shit, how much have I lost it? Okay, we're up there. Okay, Brian said, yeah, cleared out the spam out and understood everything on the not allowing other YouTube being put there. Yeah, it's not just a YouTube either. It's kind of, you know what I mean. It's just spamming stuff for kind of personal gain is the way I see it. And I'm not putting my videos on there either. That Facebook channel, it is built off of this. Yes, it's my Facebook channel, but it's a little group, it's a club, where this, what I'm doing right now, is me. You guys come in, you talk to me. On Facebook, you talk to all of you. I just happen to be a small part of it. That's the way I see that one. It's kind of a club. DIY Mixing Club. That's why I put that up there when I left. I thought that's the perfect thing to say about it. That's what it is. It's a little club. And I think everyone helps each other. And I just thought it was the right way to go, but I certainly appreciate your support on it. Asbo, Simon is Welsh. Don't be like the government and strip them of their sovereignty. Oh yeah, and I see down there Simon said Smiler come back to Facebook. Smiler needs to come back. He just needs to be here all the time. You're one of those people, Smiler, that this place isn't the same without you around. You've always been a lot of fun. Love having you here. Love your Forrest Gump jokes. It still made me laugh, that one. I don't know what made me think of this, but I was gonna, because I remember Simon or Smiler saying that he almost pissed their pants the other night. I shouldn't say this about my daughter, but we were playing the game of life. And the game of life, when you get something, you pick it up and it says the bank will pay the you and all the other the bank will pay the other players 200k if they can dance like a ballerina or something like that. So that's the one that we had, and my wife had to get up and do it. Then I got up and done it, and I done it, and I was messing around doing stuff and doing the little jumps and things like that, and they laughed so much my daughter actually peed herself. There was a wet spot on the chair. I thought it was funny as shit. I know that's personal family stuff, but it just made me think of it. But I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen someone actually piss themselves laughing. Chris, it's your channel. If people don't like your videos or the way you mix, they can just fuck off, do your thing, man. Did I read? Got a lot of people, including myself, that enjoy what you do. I think I read that just a minute ago, didn't I, Chris? I think. Yeah. Like, why don't they? It's the way life is. Damn, this damn thing keeps on. Oh, that thing's annoying. Let me try and get this camera in a better place. Hang on, I've got to do this. Make sure. I don't like that light keep flickering like it does. But fuck it, it's gonna flicker anyway. Just let it do its thing. The trouble is where I am, and I'm in a corner desk, and I can't put the light right here. That's where I want it. It's right there, shining down, and then you just get it perfectly lit. I have to try and think of something. Maybe do a homemade stand or something for it, because it works quite well. But yeah, as for everybody fucking off, it's kind of, it is like that. I tried to cater for everybody, and that's what got me frustrated. You know, I try and make this for everybody, and there's no way you can. You can't do it. You know, some people will want different stuff, and that's just the way it is. So I'm going to keep on doing what I do and try not to get too involved with the stuff that's negative. Yeah, Michelle said, Chris, this is your baby. Do as you please. We are happy. If others don't like it, they want to change it, they can go start their own. Yeah. Simon said, oh yeah, I suppose fuck off. Oh dear. You better watch it, because DIY Mixing with Brian is actually the moderator in here. And I've told him anyone that says fuck off, he needs to ban them. Just joking. But Brian is the moderator in here. So don't say nothing bad about Brian, because he will out you. Won't you, Brian? If Forrest comes back on Facebook, I'll come back. He's back. He's there. DIY Vapor, can we see that dance, stupid? There's no way I'm doing it. It was embarrassing enough in front of my wife and kid. There's no way. You can't pay me to do. You couldn't give me anything to do it. It honestly couldn't. Maybe that Asian chick doing that video, maybe you could get her to come round in my videos, then maybe I'll do it. But no, seriously, I'm not doing that. Oh, nearly knocked everything over just thinking about it. Do you know what? I'm going to have something different. Blue Bear. Let's drip some Blue Bear. God, you're all saying show us the dance. Thanks for the moo moo milk recipe. Yeah, and like I said in the video, it is the first one. It's kind of a bastard child of the first version and second version. I can do better with it, but I kind of really like where that one is right now, and I think it's a solid vape. So the clone might be missed slightly, although it does taste very much like it. It's a good recipe. I fully stand behind it. That's why I went and pulled it out. I thought it was good to go. Grand Old Tunes. Okay, I've been shooting the shit with you Brits on the internet for well over 20 years. You've got to let me try and guess your accent, but not rip the ass out of me if I get it wrong. Oh dear. There's a good question. Excellent question. Juicy Reviews. Are you a fan of mech mods? I'll give you the full answer, because my actual answer is no, I'm not. If you go back to when this was what we had, the Sigelei 150 and things like that, just when these were coming out, and the Sigelei 100, I was using a mech mod. Just before those come out, I had the IPv2, which done 60 watts. Well, I built a little lower than that, and I used a mech mod to fire it. And I didn't want all this bullshit of build. I wanted to build at 0.15 is what I used to like. Anywhere between 0.1 and 0.15. I had to use a mech mod most of the time. Nowadays, with IPv4, RX200, Smok Cube, the Sigelei 150, the Alien, all these things that I've got here now, I don't use a mech mod anymore, because these things put all the power I need to it. So I don't feel like I need one. It's regulated. I don't have to worry about it blowing up in my pocket, although things still do. Shit goes wrong. But yeah, I feel safer with one. I get the perfect hit every time, and if it does short out, it tells me. So I do like them, but I do have them here. I've got a Nemesis. I've got a Manhattan, I think it is. A big fucking copper thing here. With a copper plume bell on it. And then I've got this, which I really like. This is the Aspire CF mod. They also done another one, which had its own battery in it. But this one takes a battery, just like a mech mod. You just put the battery in. Except it's got circuitry in there. So what it does, just like a mech mod, it will fire, it depends what ohms you put in there to how many amps you draw and all that stuff. So it works just like a mech mod, but it does have circuitry in there to make sure that I don't screw up and short the battery out. So I do like that one. I haven't used it for a while, but I really do like it. And I like Tesla's. Oh, what have I done with my Tesla? Here it is. The Tesla. I haven't used this one for ages either. Tesla 1. This has got its own battery. It's got a Derringer on the top of it. And this is my little stealth vape. And I use it when I go on flights to England, because I can just stick it in my pocket and then get out on the other end and it's ready to go. I haven't got this big bulky stuff on me. But to answer your question, no, I know it's a very open. Now, the thing is, if the FDA is going to take it where they're going, I'm going to go out and buy several mech mods. I can tell you that right now. If they threaten to take these off the market, or they're just going to become so scarce, and whatever they're going to do, I will buy mech mods and make sure I'm future-proofed. I will go definitely do that. Thomas Rogan, new channel, Dancing with Chris. Yeah, you got Dancing with the Stars and you got Dancing with the Idiots. Grand Old Times, Norfolk, Michelle Barron, Somerset. Michelle Barron is correct. It is Somerset. Jack Strongman or Smiler. Mrs. Smiler is now sleeping. Would it be a good idea for Operation Sneak a Can of Stella to bed? Well, Stella, I've always called it wife beater, so probably there is no sneaking that. If you drink it, you're going to beat her. Plus, if you go to bed, let's have a look, and then better make a sure crack her downstairs though. Better make sure I crack her downstairs though. Yeah, no shit. Or what you can do is muffle it with your wife's knickers and pull the ring pull. Crack it up there, but muffle it. I know you know how to do that, Smiler. Your wife's knickers always comes up in these live feeds. Asbo, there's always a risk. I just almost sucked a coil and forgot to put the velocity top back on. How many times have I done that? And I've seen people on oh god, there's a vaping channel, not channel but group on Facebook, and many times I've seen pictures of them with coil marks on their lips where they've done that. I've just done it right here. I've got the velocity, that's what I was doing. I forget to put it back on, especially when I'm speaking like this. What's wrong with this? This isn't hitting. Bear with me a minute. This needs to hit. We're just saying about mech mods and shit. No, this won't hit for some reason. Check battery. That's getting low. Give me 1 second, folks. I've got to get new batteries. I've got them ready. And I'll be right back. But I definitely want some of that Blue Bear. Nope, gotta turn it on. Okay. Yeah, always a risk. Yeah, that's what I was saying with there. Chris B, see Chris, I told you, almost 2,200 subscribers. Yep, it's going up quick now, real quick. It takes a long time to get a channel going. You know, I started off, when I first started this channel, I thought that I'd have like 100 viewers after a couple of months. You know, that's where I thought we were going. Thought 100 viewers, that's probably all this channel is going to get. I didn't think anyone would really like it that much. I don't know what it was about it. I knew with the direction I was going in, and I stayed with it, and people like it, and I still find it surprising sometimes, but you guys like it. I'm here, I'm going to keep doing it, and I love doing it. But all of a sudden, it's like a switch has been flicked, and it's becoming popular. It's cool. But the trouble is, with the popularity comes trouble sometimes. Ollie Amy, I imagine it would be hard for them to reg against mech mods. They say sell the parts separately. It's no different to a high-powered torch in effect. Yeah, I don't see how they can regulate a mech mod. And if they do, there's so many black market knockoff clone mods out there right now that there's always gonna be. We'll still be ordering them from China. We'll get them from Fast Tech or something. Something will give. We'll get what we want. And as for the batteries, you know, how can they? Yeah, the batteries came from flashlight fanatics. That's where they came from. That's what they're used for. High drain batteries. So you can't take that away from them, can they? Because somebody else abused them, which is what we're doing with them. We're abusing the shit out of these batteries. They're really getting a good workover. Hopefully the batteries will start getting better and better. I think what we got right now is real good though. Oh yeah, I just think you have a farmer accent, and Somerset came to mind. Yeah, I am. I'm a carrot cruncher. I live in a redneck area over here, so I kind of feel at home because you know it's kind of like I'm in the Somerset area. It feels like Somerset in America. Actually, the place I live in a subdivision called Somerset Place, so it's quite fitting actually. Asbo, that's what we call it in the north of Lancashire. Any Yorkshire scum in here. I think I've caught up with everything. Finally, Racing Rivals. There is a regulated mech mod, the Scarafbo Pro. It has a safety, but still hits like a mech mod and works like a mech mod. And do you know what? I don't know if it's just because I got clones or they're just maybe they're just not very good. But everyone says about they love our mech mod hits. I find that what I've got hits better than the mech mods. I don't know why that is. I think what it is because I can put more, like a mech mod. If I build at a certain ohms and I put it on a mech mod, it will fire at so many amps at a certain wattage, so many at the volts that the battery's at. So if I put in a fresh battery, just say we're going at 4 volts rather than 4.2 or whatever. We're at 4 volts. We're at this many ohms. While the watts and the amps take care of themselves. That's just the Ohm's law. With this, I can break it. I can go this many ohms with this many volts, and this is how much wattage I want, and I can zoom the wattage above what it should be able to do. And I guess there's capacitors in there and stuff like that, which are letting some of this out. I don't know how all that works, but I can shoot it above what the mech mod can do. So, but then people say about how hard they hit, and I remember when I first got one and that, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be great. And I hit it, and I was like, this ain't that good. But I think the Nemesis I got is a shitty clone anyway. I just don't think it's that good. So that could be the problem with half of it. Warren Lindsay, insult everyone and DIY Vapor much. At Warren Lindsay, insult everyone. I ordered a Rogue Mech clone. It's an awesome mech mod. Do you know what? Recently, I was at 2 training things. I went to an OSHA training thing to be trained myself. And there was one guy outside there with a big old mech mod, a big copper thing with a big RDA on it and that. And he was there hitting it. I was there with my little alien thing like this on the sidelines hitting it. I must have looked like a newbie. But I went up to him and said, oh, it's nice to see someone on a mech mod. You don't see him very often. And he was just kind of grunted at me. He didn't want to make no conversation. But and then I'd done some training this week just gone, this week on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I think it was Tuesday there was one guy there on a mech mod, and I kind of said to him as well, don't see a mech mod very much now, you know, not out in public. And he kind of just grunted at me and went, oh yeah. So I don't know why that was. I thought they would have at least wanted to make some kind of conversation, but they didn't. Let's get back to this. Brian, what are you planning on mixing up tonight? Good question. I think we need to get to that part now, because I said I was only going to do about 2 hours tonight. Well, we're coming up to the 2 hour mark, so I need to kind of get mixing something. So I'm going to answer the next 2 questions from Racing Rivals and West Ham, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do. Racing Rivals, you can also use RTAs on that mech mod. It is a high-end mech mod though. Right. Yeah, that can be the only choice, because I know they say some of these, some of the tanks and stuff like that don't put them on there. I don't have a lot to do. When they first come out, I made, I read up on them. I made sure I use an ohm meter and everything else before I ever put it on a mech mod. Make sure everything's exactly as it should be. I was always very careful with them, but since then, like the last probably year and a half, I've not used one at all. Get yourself a GX 350. That thing hits like a train. And quad, yeah, I've seen that thing. I want one real bad, but I just can't justify keep paying all the time for this stuff when I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 mods already here, and I just don't know which one to grab most of the time. I've got something different in each one. Yeah, that's what I thought to myself, Asbo. Good night, Michelle. Good to see you. All right, folks. I can't answer any more questions for a little bit. So let me figure out what I'm going to do here. I wasn't going to answer no more questions. I just seen what Smiler put up. You asshole, Smiler. Yeah, JFM, you're right. JFM put growing a channel is crazy. I forgot who said it, but for me it is so true. The first 50 subs are almost impossible. You're right there. And to get the next 100 subs are really hard as well. But as you keep growing, it gets a little bit easier each time. It does. And do you know what? I don't really even look at it much anymore. When I hit the 2000, I had to, well, somebody else told me I was close to the 2000. I didn't even realize. So, yeah, it come up so quick, and now it's already gone by. You know, we had the little competition, and now I'm like, when I first got that video ready for it, we were like 50 people off of it, I think. Now we're 250 people on from that, and it was only like last weekend. It's, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Juicy reviews, a cherry cough drop recipe. Yeah, aha, you can put aha on the end of that. Do you know what? I think I'm gonna do the choice this time. I'm gonna come up with something. I haven't done this for a while, have I? I'm gonna go over to the table and I'm gonna go grab something. I'm not even gonna take my phone with me or get any inspiration. I'm just gonna go over to the table, sit there and grab some shit and make something. Which I haven't done for a long time. So I think it's well overdue. Right, so bear with me. You know, it feels like something cakey. I really feel like making a cheesecake, but we've done that. That's been flogged to death, but I kind of feel like one. But I think I'm going to do something cakey anyway. I want Nana's cake, wherever that is. Should be under N. There we go, got him. I've got fried dough by Flavora, and I've not tried it yet. It smells a bit funky. It smells weird. I don't know about some of these Flavora flavors. No, I think I want to try that on its own sometime. I think it's just very, very strong. I think that's the problem there. Got some frosting by Flavora. Do you know what? Let's go with some cream cheese. We were talking about that earlier. So let's get the cream cheese frosting out, wherever that is. Come on, I've got a light here. Cream cheese frosting. Got it. Alright, so I've got Flavora and a cake. Let's get some vanilla cupcake or something like that. Oh, I've got two here I haven't used, both by Capella. Vanilla cupcake and yellow cake. Not used either of those. Alright, so what do we want to make this thing on? We've got our cake, we've got our frosting. What are we going to use? What fruit? Do you know what? I'm going to use some TFA butter as well. Rather than put a cream or anything in there as kind of a filler, that butter has got quite a hit. I've got cherry filling. I think I used this the other day. It smells quite good. Or should I use, do you know what, let's do the lemon. Let's do Juicy Lemon by Capella and some lemon by Flavora. There. Might not use all of them, but well, it's kind of given me, that's kind of a smash and grab right there. So we were talking about like John's yellow pancake, lemon pancake earlier. I think we're going to do something like a lemon cupcake. So there's vanilla cupcake. I think I want the lemon very subtle. I don't want it too overpowering. We want the cupcake up front. The nonna cake I really like. I've only made one recipe out of it and it come out pretty good. But I don't know how well it'd go with cupcake. Yeah, it's not really... God, it's damn good though. Maybe I should change this recipe to a different cake. God, that's good. Do you know what? Let's just make some bastard cake. That's what it's going to be called. That's what we call it. That's the name of it. Bastard cake. Alright. Let's get this thing up. Somebody said a blueberry flavour. Do you know what? I've done blueberry quite a lot recently. Yeah, done blueberry quite a lot. You're talking about channels as well. This is not the only channel I have. I have one with my car. And that one had like 370 subs when I started this one. No, sorry. 330 subs when I started this channel. Then I looked at it. Oh God, beginning of the year, it had like 177. Now it's got 400 and something because I put another video up there 2 weeks ago, and it's got like it's got like 1,500, 2,000 views on it already. So I need to go over there and keep looking after that channel as well, because people are coming in and they do want to see it. But I just and I do it much the same as this one. I don't do any fancy editing. I've got a little intro and things, but just me driving the car. Okay, so we're going to call it Bastard Cake. The thing is, we've got no... There's no cream, there's no custards, there's no strawberry. So we're kind of staying away from the stuff I normally mess around with. I have got some butter in there, which basically is the creamy custard of, if you like. Alright. So we'll start off with vanilla cupcake. I've used other vanilla cupcakes, not this one though. Oh man, it smells great. Oh, and this one's strong, mofo. Ho ho ho. Drink. My God, that's got some alcohol in it. I have to steep this one for about a year, I think. Let's try the yellow cake. That one's nice strong. Okay, so I've got to be careful with the cupcake. I don't think I've got this one in there yet, have I? Vanilla cupcake Capella. I do have it in here. I must have used it once then. Okay, I think we're just going to go to yellow cake by Capella. We'll just go 1. Actually, we'll go 1.5. Right, the Nonna cake I'm going to put in there at like 0.5%. It's just got a flavour that I really like, and this is bastard cake. It's not actually a... well, do you know what? Let's put it in at 1. Let's bring it up there. See how this stuff plays with each other. This is where we learn, right? There's them out the way. Right, then we want some lemon. I know how strong the Flavora lemon is. It's expensive as hell and it's as strong as hell. So I'm just going to put in 0.5% of that one. Lemon Flavora. Right, 0.5. Alright. This is one I haven't tried yet and I've been dying to try it. Sent it just this week. Oh man, that's a beautiful lemon. Oh god, that's lemon. That is beautiful. Doesn't taste real strong, but my god, that's perfect lemon. I'm gonna have to remake my lemon tart, I think. I really like that. That's right, we'll put that in. Do you know what? I really want to go hard on that lemon. Let's put it in at 3. Doesn't taste that strong. I have to add it in here. It's a juicy lemon. Juicy lemon by Capella. Alright, then we got some frosting. Actually, we got the butter. This is just a bit of a thickener. It's basically a diacetyl cocktail is what the butter is. Just going to use it very small, like 0.5, just to put some body into it. I think it goes well with the cakes. Alright, frosting by Flavora. Let's do the cream cheese frosting first. I definitely want that hard in there. We want that at 3. Just like you would with when you bite into a cupcake or something like that and you get that frosting on it, which I always find is way over the top. Alright, then frosting by Flavora. I think this one's pretty strong as well. Oh shit, yeah. Aftertaste is great. We'll put him in at 1. Okay, frosting, Flavora, 1. Alright, we got it. Bastard cake. You want to hit screen? Oh, come on. Focus. There we go. If you need to take a screenshot or anything, there it is. Up. If it's good, I'll put it into our archive, and I will update the archives. It hasn't been done for a while, but I will get to it. I have all the screenshots and everything saved to a folder on Dropbox. They automatically go in there. I've just not gone in there and named them and sent them over yet. Right, I don't have anything ready. Nothing. So I need to get a bottle. Bottle, scales, label maker. Right, there's the bottle. Scales, label maker, VG, mixer, and some tissue. What I'll do, I'll move the camera down, folks, in a second. Yeah, sorry, I just looked up and seen what Chris put there. Yeah, I know nobody's probably going to have this frosting, which is fair. I would just put the cream cheese icing at what it is. I'm just putting it in there just to kind of back the cream cheese icing up and give it like another level, rather than just putting the icing on its own. Just, you know, that's why I've kind of got 2 lemons, 3 cakes, 2 frostings, and I've got some butter in there for a bit of weight. That's kind of where I see my mixing nowadays. Just kind of go the same lines with it all the time. Although I should chop it up, you know, I should do different stuff, not always stay to the same thing. But I do like to build it up. I guess layering is what most people call it. Right. But I always like to start with what I want it to be. So first and foremost, it's a cake. So I started with the cakes, get the cake percentage where I think it needs to be. Then thinking about how much cake I got in there, add the lemon to it. Then I've got a lemon cake and I need to put icing on top of it. So that's kind of where I go with. That's my thinking behind it. Might not be right, but that's the way I do it. Okay, I think we're good to go. Alright, so first things first, we need Vanilla Cupcake by Capella. Thing does not like the focus, does it? Guess I should put it back on the plane of focus and it would really help. Then you'd be able to, there you go. That's where I'll put the bottles. Right I should know this, I'm a photographer. Okay, I'll give these a real good shake. And, oh, I've got it set up for 30 ml. It's a 10 ml bottle. 10 ml bottle. So I think it's a 10, or is that 15? No, it's a 15. Okay, so we want 0.31 of Vanilla Cupcake. I'll try and do this so you can see it. Alright, there's the Vanilla Cupcake. Next we've got Yellow Cake. And you know, this isn't my favourite yellow cake by any means, but it's not one I've been using much lately, and it might be my favourite one. You know, I really want to start using my other flavours instead of relying on the old trusty ones. This one's going in at 0.23. Put one extra drop in, I think we're okay. 0.22, you're going to go any more than that? There we are, 0.23. Just got to talk it into it, talk to it nicely. Right, Nana Cake. Oh, come on, skills. This has got a real interesting taste to it. Nana Cake by Flavor Art. Great smell, unique taste. Lemon by Flavora. Right, it's just a little bit, it's 0.5%, so it's 0.08. Probably about 4 drops, depending on how big this dropper is. No, it's just 3 drops. This is a big dropper. Perfect. God, that smells so good. Okay, now the one I've been waiting for, Juicy Lemon. This one's going in at 3% or 0.47. Come on, Territe. Okay. Next is butter. Butter's going in at just 0.5%. Butter's not one I use very often either. Butter's one that actually almost put me off a DIY. I've had this one since I started, and I remember getting it thinking, oh, butter, that sounds great, and I mixed it with something else, and I must have used far too much of it, because I couldn't vape the rest of the day. I felt sick. I thought I'll never use that butter again. It's always just laid in the dark somewhere, and then I put it out in my stuff recently, and it's actually worked. Just knowing how to use it, I guess. Right, 0.47 cream cheese, so 3% cream cheese icing, 0.47 grams. Oh, do you know, I didn't want to put in the bottles there, was I? Doesn't matter. You know what they are. Frosting by Flavora, 1%, 0.16. Come on, tear out. I am going to shake and vape this, see what it's like. Okay. Alright, now this one I'll probably have to blocky view here because I've got to get this one right. So otherwise it goes everywhere. I need 16.55. Oh, 16.95, that'll do. Right, let's give him a froth. This thing needs new batteries. Okay. Seems quite runny. Might be because I got it a bit warmer in here tonight. I was freezing cold earlier. I think it's because I've been out all day in the sun. And it was cold outside. I wore ski pants and warm jacket and everything. And I think when I come in, I took all that off and got kind of cold. Alright, let's go back up here. That's good. Maybe it can go just a touch higher. Alright. Alright, so this one's called Bastard Cake. Let's put that on there first. Doesn't really, smells quite indistinct. You can smell there's lemon in it. But you know what, before I make no, let's make the label. Then we'll vape it. Okay. Oh, and with these labels, you see when they come out, they're like this, they're bent. I've got every single one of them now sticking properly, and what I do is I bend them the other way and roll them up. So, oh, he says, let's just do it in front of me like this and then offer it up. So I'm doing it properly. So I'll roll it against itself into a little roll like that. Then let go of it. And now it's bending back the other way in the shape of the bottle. Then I take the backing off and stick it on the bottle and it stays there. I've got no more labels coming off. So we've got that one figured out. It works like a charm. Only took me about 200 bottles of juice to work it out, but we're there. One wickless coil. Let's give this a clean. Have I got any? Cotton wool's the best for this, but I haven't got any out handy. Yes, I have. I see a piece. I've always got cotton wool hanging around somewhere from where I've re-wicked something. Oh, West Ham, that's a shame. Sorry, I just looked up at the chat and it's peeps, but you're okay, Racing Rivals. I'll catch you later. Yeah, Liam, good night, bud. I won't be around much longer, but at least we got a recipe together, because you know what? Last week I don't think we did. I don't even know if we've done one. Actually, yeah, I think we did. I think they're in the drawer down there. Maybe I need to test them as well. Well, no, actually we didn't. Those are from the week before, I think. I didn't make anything last week. Well, holy shit. That's pretty good. Not sure about the Nonna cake. I think if the Nonna cake wasn't in there, it would be exceptional. So I think I might make another, maybe tomorrow. I think tomorrow morning I'm going to do a bit of mixing, just a bit of therapeutic, sit down and mix. But I think I'll take the Nonna cake out of this one and just up the cupcake a little bit, because the Nonna cake, I don't know if it goes with it. The lemon is absolutely delicious. That's a really good combination, the flavor and the juice. It might just be the juicy lemon that's doing this, but I love it. Simon, you are about the limit, man. You know what? It's that good. I'm actually going to put it in put it in a tester. I'm going to put it in an RDA. You know what? This will be my last thing on here. Put the FW yellow cake in. Yeah, that's a good idea, Smiler. But rather than the Nonna cake, that might be yeah, and then it give it that other level as well. Oh, I've got one here. You're gonna love this one. Come on, is it? God, it will not focus, will it? There we go. There. That's my latest one. And it's done on the 10th. It's steeped. And it tastes good. I don't remember why I called it that. It had something to do. Actually, it's got muffin in it. I think that's why I called it that. Let me check that. I think it's got muffin in it. I couldn't think what to call it, so I went with muff diving. No, it hasn't got muffin in it. I could have swore it had muffin in it. Maybe I was going to put muffin in it. I didn't. But I think I was making a blueberry muffin, but didn't use the blueberry muffin. I actually made it out of something else. That's exactly what I done. And it's got nonna's cake in it, and it's really good. Yeah, it's got anchovy essence in it, Ollie. Oh dear, I shouldn't. That's just completely sexist and wrong. The two lemons are really different, Chris. But if you're going to use lemon Sicily, what did I put the Flavora one in at? Did I put it in at 1% or 0.5%? So no, you can. They're both fairly strong. Yeah, sub it out. Yeah, Smiler, what you got to be careful though, don't let them steep. You're better off to to let them breathe. Oh dear. Hi. Do you think you could come up with a good Cadbury chocolate egg flavour for Easter? God, I wish I could, Tommy. If I could come up with with a Cadbury egg or a cream egg or anything like that, you probably wouldn't see my ass again. That's all I would do is just sit in a chair and vape. I'd do nothing else. Sorry about this, folks. I'm a little bit preoccupied. I just want to put this mix in a RDA with some cotton. Not often I do this with a fresh mix, but something about this one, especially the lemon. I'm gonna have some fun with that lemon tomorrow morning. Wish I'd already used it. I just haven't done much mixing this week. Come on. I'm really getting into these lemon vapes. Lemon tart's real nice. Okay, scissors. I guess I could have at least put the camera on this so you could have seen what I was doing. All right. See how quiet I go when I'm doing this. This is brain surgery. I think it's the only time I've been quiet tonight. Sorry I've missed the show. I mixed up your strawberry kiwi last night just using the FA flavours and additives. Very nice vape. Yes, it is. That was my all-day vape for quite a while. Well, I say that, I've got my main all-day vape, but that was another one of them. I still love it. I think I've got like 50 mil or something sat around somewhere, but most of my all-day vapes and the stuff I used to really like, I'm not getting to right now because I've got so much other stuff to try. But the strawberry kiwi is excellent. Like I say, you don't need all the kiwis that I've got in that recipe. But I think the Flavor Art one is pretty crucial. Was that the one you used? The FA flavours, yeah. A lot of people don't like FA kiwi, it seems. I was watching something, I don't know if it was on DIY or Die or something. I think it might have been his live, but there's a few people there that didn't like it. I think it's excellent. Why is this thing just... See, the light's not flickering. It's this thing trying to expose for the room. Maybe if I turn it towards the light a little bit more, maybe that will calm it down. Trouble is then, you see how messy the room is. You see how messy it is no matter where you go. Now it's got to try and focus on me again. Dumb bastard. There we go. Okay. Now let's vape it. Man. Do you know what? Maybe the Nana Cakes needs to stay in there. It does something to the lemon. It's just, there's a nice, there's a kind of a taste afterwards. I kind of like it. This would be great after it's steeped and those cakes come out and the lemon just falls off just a touch. Kind of round them off a bit. It's going to be really good. I don't know if it will have chance to steep. I might just keep it out. I think I'm going to end up vaping it all. Well, that's good. That's a nice way to finish the night off. Get a successful mix. That's better. Maybe it's because I didn't have the camera high enough. So it's trying to expose for all this low down darkness is probably what it is. Thanks, Michelle. Good to see you. Yeah, I think I'm going to be bowing out pretty soon, folks. Ah, man. This is good. If you get a chance to make this, make it. It's really good. It's not often I re-wick an RDA on a shake and vape with cake in it. So I think I'm going to have to make another 30 mil of this in the morning. I think this is going to be gone. Good night, Paul. Can you say hi to... I guess if you're talking to me, you must mean Lucy. And yes, I will. Yeah. Yeah, Smiler, I don't doubt that one bit. Yeah, that I think, what did I use it there at? Did I use it at 2% or did I go 3? What did I call this? Bastard cake, wasn't it? Percentage. I did actually go 3 because yeah, I didn't think it was a real strong lemon. But yeah, like you said, I think that's probably about the threshold of it because it's a different kind of lemon than I'm used to. But when they say juicy lemon, that is kind of what it is. It's probably the most authentic lemon I've had. It's not quite as sharp as a real lemon, but if you think of juicy lemon, it is what it is. Like when I have juicy peach, I don't see it as a juicy peach. I see it as kind of another peach flavor, but just a different twist on it. Whereas this lemon, it is juicy lemon, I think anyway. It's the first time I've used it. Oh, Simon off as well. Okay, Simon, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming. I think I'm going to do the same, folks. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. It's been a pleasure as always. Um, Sorry we don't mix much in these live feeds, but I think we do cover a lot of stuff. I've tried to answer a lot of questions, and I think I try and answer them truthfully as possible. And if I don't know what they are, I kind of let you know. I haven't got a clue. Like the saline, saline's something I've got to look up on, because there's some things I would like to try that in as well. You mentioned your car, Motorhead. I'm uh, I had a big discussion on it before you come in, Grand Old Tunes. But I was a motorbike person. Had a bad accident on a motorbike like 9 years ago, and then about 3 or 4 years ago I bought a Subaru BRZ, and then got into cars. I was never a car person. They just never appealed to me. Got that, test drove the BRZ, and I was like, holy crap, I love this thing. So had that for a while. Um, Turbocharged it and everything else. It was a lot of fun. Then needed something a little bit bigger. My daughter got bigger. Her legs got longer. Couldn't get her in the back with the family. Plus, I wanted to go fishing, and the BRZ just got a little too small. So I went ahead and got a WRX, and don't regret it. I kind of missed the BRZ a little bit, but don't regret getting the WRX. It's a great car. But yeah, you could kind of say I'm on that. I'm between a kind of your ordinary driver and a car fanatic. I'm somewhere in between there. Oh, oh, cool. You got the FRS. Aren't they? They're just great cars. Do you race yours? Have you done any racing, or you just drive it spirited? Or hey, Thomas, you're welcome. Yeah, everybody have a great night. I'm just waiting for this one answer to come back, and then I'm going to be shutting my side down as well. Anyway, while I'm waiting for your answer, my BRZ, I didn't track day it, but I did autocross it quite a lot. Alright, so I leased it since it was a new platform, just some spirited driving. I mean, it handles just unbelievable. When you autocross it and you get it to push it to the limits, you really find out what that car can do. On its normal tires, the ones that come with those Michelin Primacies, they're put on there for one purpose, and that was to drift the back end, because those things are not. They're good tires. They're good wearing tires. They're quiet. They ain't the worst I've ever had for grip, but they're there to let go. And when they do let go, they're quite progressive. They don't just like snap and just throw you around. You know they're going. But when you put some sticky tires on there, I put Hankook RS3s on there. Then that thing is stupid. It is just stupid fast. It go round corners like you would not believe. And autocrossing, I took it to the limit, spun it a couple of times, which you don't care, you hit some cones, and then really got the grips with the car, and then took it up on the mountain roads and stuff like that. Just had a blast. Now with the WRX, I'm not quite as fast in it around the twisties, but at the same time, I have just as much fun in it. Yeah, of course I can, Mike. Mike asked, before you go, can you explain to me what ethyl modal is? What's the importance? What it is, it's a sweetener. You've got, for me, you've got two kinds of sweeteners. You've got sucralose, your artificial sweetener, and then you've got this ethyl modal. Sucralose, you put it in your mix. I'm not a big fan of it. I do use it in super sweet to try and clone some of these latest juices. But sucralose, um, really is, once you put it in there, it's just like bang, there it is, just sweet, straight off the bat, hits you. Ethyl mortar, when you put it in there, you don't notice it straight away. Well, I don't anyway. But after a week or 2 weeks steep, it makes everything taste sweeter. Without, it's weird. It's kind of like if you've got strawberries in there, it makes the strawberries sweeter, but kind of leaves the cakes alone, if that makes any sense, or doesn't do much to the creams, so to speak. But it makes the fruits really pop. Um, so it sweetens your flavors rather than sweetening the whole mix, is how I would put it. And I do prefer it to definitely prefer it to sucralose. But if you're doing a shake and vape, you want sucralose because you need that sweetener right there and then. But something I do like is cotton candy by TFA is basically ethyl maltol. That's what it is, or ethyl maltol, wherever you want to pronounce it. If I do a shake and vape, I love the taste of cotton candy, and I don't get the huge sweetness off it as long as I vape it within 2 days. So there's a few mixes I have. I've got an apple one where I put that in, but it's got to be vaped within the first couple of days, otherwise it goes sweet as shit afterwards. What's this? Yep, I'm at the point about, got maybe 5k left on the primacies. You're preaching to the choir. Yeah, no shit. I got a lot of use out of mine, but that's because I had another set of wheels. I used to take them off in the summer and put the stickies on. But they ain't a bad tire, I must admit. Everybody knocked the shit out of them, but I kind of enjoyed them because you could get the back end moving a little bit in a good way. Not, I'm not a rally driver or anything. Don't get me wrong. I don't come up and drift around corners and shit. But just to get that back kind of just rotating slightly to help you around. There we go. Call me Tuck. Put it in a lot better words than I put it in. But come out with the same thing at the end. Sweetens the flavors. That's exactly what it does without sweetening the whole juice. Oh, Grand Old Tunes. I have my other channel has got in-car footage of the BRZ and the WRX. Need to get you that, don't I? How do I get that? I can bring it up in another browser. Look for WRX on Dill's Gap or something like that. Let me type this for you. WRX. Actually, look for BRZ versus WRX. Look for that in YouTube. Or BRZ Dill's Gap or WRX Tail of the Dragon. You should find my my channel. It's Scooby Doo. But if you put Scooby Doo in, it's just going to bring up Scooby Doo as the cartoon. You won't find me. That's the only trouble with that name. But yeah, look up any one of those and you should find videos by Scooby Doo, and that's my BRZ, turbocharged BRZ, and now my WRX. I think there's one of my motorcycle on there as well, my R1 that I used to have. I've driven the DT. I don't know what the DT is. Oh, Dragon's Tail. Yes, sorry, DT. Duh. Yes, I drive it 2 or 3 times every year. I live in North Carolina. It's about a 5-hour drive from here. But I go up there for a couple of days, 2-3 weekends a year. It's brilliant. I love it. Joanne B would like to try the strawberry kiwi recipe in your Dropbox. Could you tell me what flavor VW is? Sorry, I used to put it down as an abbreviation. It's Vape Wizard. It's by Flavor Arts, I believe. Flavor Arts Vape Wizard. It's not something you have to have. All it does is kind of just round the mix off a little bit. Steeping will do the same. Just it's a well enough balanced mix. I think just steep it and you'll be fine. You can shake it and vape it. It's perfect shake and vape, but it's better after about a week. But the VW is Vape Wizard. Juicy Reviews, they wanted to ask for the strawberry watermelon bubblegum. Would Capella Sweet Strawberry, TFA Dragon Fruit, Double Melon and Bubblegum would work? I don't see why not. Just go careful on the dragon fruit because it's a little more bitter. I do love it with strawberry though. That's obviously in my all-day vape. But I would do... Let's have a look at this. I don't know much about double watermelon, so you'd have to... and I don't know much about bubblegum, although I have a couple of them. Capella Sweet Strawberry, I would probably start off, I would go about 6 or 7%. It works real nice around that area. And then the dragon fruit, keep about 2%, or if you want it a little bit more bitter and a little bit more in there, go 3. But I'd probably just go 2 with it, just to have a kind of a back note of it. Yeah, I'd love to see some of those other roads as well. Alright folks, well, I have got to go. I am tired, I'm hanging on by a thread. Yeah, I tried to get out Smiler, but they caught me talking about cars and then got me back on strawberries and stuff. So and Vape Wizard and Ethel Mortal. But yes, I'm good now. I am out of here. I better go before Granddaddy Smiler slaps my ass and sends me to bed with no supper. But thanks for coming in, everybody. And Smiler, it's great to see you. Do whatever you can, buddy, to get back on Facebook. Gotta have you there. You're a big part of it. Anyway, catch you all later, folks. Have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thanks for putting up with me for a couple of hours. Really enjoyed it as usual. Give my usual thumbs up. Take care, folks.